don't necessarily see it, as opposed to like the way that Lores was playing a spear legend like Dusk.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I haven't seen the evidence to make this a good reality, but like if Lores is doing it, there's a chance that there's absolutely something there.
I mean, up until Vemtankilo locked in, Orb wasn't seen here so far in South America. So the opinions just seem to be more skewed towards Sword here.
Okay.
From what I've noticed at least, which is an interesting development. Meanwhile, Vemtankilo on the Petra, we've seen it in plenty of places. But yeah,
dude, Vem is all over him. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, Lores can't get a break. I mean, it took Lores a while just to get a weapon to begin with, right? And then Vem just lost the stock.
Oh no, that's tough.
And you know what? If Vem's got his head in the game, he's going to hit 3 attacks, get that neutral signature, and we'll be right back to even. However, Lores tends to take a lead and keep it in a chokehold, right? Like, this is going to be hard for Vem to get back.
Now, Godly commented earlier that he has like a level 23 Dusk, and I think that was a little bit reflective, not being disrespectful, in his spear play. We're going to see some very different spear play here coming out of Lores.
Well, I think it was most reflective at his signature play, right? Like, we saw like one neutral sig, and that was like it. Oh,
that's beautiful.
Man, Lores still is holding on to the stock, Sparky. Finally goes down, but that was so much. Like he's probably even in damage, even at this point.
Now he is going into the defense stance, so that's going to move it up from 4 to 5. It's going to give him a little bit more survivability, but he's also going up against a higher strength legend in Petra. There's a classic neutral air and a juicy inlight, especially when your opponent's in yellow. That's a great side air. Oh, the recovery gets him through.
Yeah, super early recovery there. Vem was trying to react to it being delayed. Lores cuts right through, gets that extra bit of height. Sword recovery is so good at recovering from low. Down air into down air, try to get the recovery to combo. D-light recovery is almost on the table for Lores. I think he needs to get like one more good hit. Now it's there. Cider sends him flying, and Lores is about 1 stock away from having the lead. Okay. Recovery under the stage, not going to knock out.
Yeah, he's just like hitting all of these knockout moves in like the most unlucky places. Either it's that recovery too low, or it's the side air bouncing off the stage, otherwise it would have KO'd. He's able to finally find it though. There's the neutral air to send him away. Vemtankilo is able to grab the orb. The down air. Sort of hitting point blank there. Almost coming out with the down air as well. Man, Lores was in sweat beads that time. If Vem could have just found the right move, is he going to struggle to find this KO? Dude, the pacing from Lores, he will not relent.
Still going. And every time he can't hit with an attack, it's a weapon throw. It connects.
There it is.
That one just barely whiffs because Vem does a gravity cancel side light, so the saber goes underneath him. Lores continuing with the pressure unarmed now. This is unstoppable. Finally, recovery comes through. Sidelight side air, not interrupted by the weapon throw. I wasn't sure if it was going to bonk or not, but doesn't connect. But Vem took so much damage. Yeah,
even on the lower strength of Hattori, he's still, okay, I thought he might do it unarmed, but he didn't even need it once the weapon came in. There's the neutral air, not quite off screen yet. That one's not off screen either. It's going to take a little bit more damage if we're going to look to take off the top with a neutral air. There's the D-Light into the recovery. That one will do it, absolutely. That's a JV2 going the way of Lores in game 1. Vem was instantly all over him, and then all of a sudden, Lores was the one determining pace of the game. Exactly like you were said, using those weapon tosses like punctuation marks.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. Maybe we'll get the whole highlight of the spear combo. No, we don't get it. That's okay. It was a long one. It was like 30-second long string. But the nice thing about the saber, the lightsaber having the same sound effect on hit or weapon throw, is that we got to hear like the really nicely paced cadence of like hit, like 10 times in a row. It was like one of the longest strings that you could have possibly had on spear. And Lores did fantastic with it there. So Vem opening up, swinging right away, staying on top of Lores. And Lores is one of the most successful defensive players on the spear, right? So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens here as we continue on throughout game number 2. Vem taking the lead once again. Last time he lost it. This time he's doing his best not to.
I'm still worried about it, though. I'm worried about, one, like a little bit of an overextension from him and a great capitalization from Lores is really all it takes for him to lose that stock in a silly way. He's going to hold on to it, at least as he gets the first one from Lores. But again, dude, Lores is ready to go right as he spawns back in. He's ultimately going to swing right away. His D-Light into the side light, tries to go for the turnaround there. Lores was too far to the right to make that one happen. Almost gets the falling Sair. Vem's going to punch for the down air. There's the D-Light side light. Again, the reverse nair. He's done that a couple times now.
Let's see, Lores goes in for a side sig to catch a dash onto the stage, goes for weapon throw, gets the stuff recovery effects, doesn't get the ground pound though, avoids the ground pound from Vemtankilo. Man, they are just on top. It's so fast-paced between these two. Finally manages to get the gravity cancel D-Light into, or the D-Light and the gravity cancel neutral signature off the top, poking him away with the Spear neutral light, down light, side air. Tosses the sword away, making sure Spear's primed in case this one gets knocked out of his hands, and it might at this rate. Vemtenkilo getting a lot of damage in. Sidelight recovery not going to connect. So much more damage. Poe goes off the ground with the dare. Tries to land with the sider, and Vem goes all the way off the stage to get a falling recovery to catch Lorez overextending. A lot of pressure coming out from both ways, and Vemtenkilo still on top with that recovery, finally getting the star.
Yeah, he's keeping it going. There's the recovery to get the KO off the top. Now is he going to swap back over to the orb? No, he's going to stick with the gauntlets here. Lorez is unarmed, giving a little bit of space here. The weapon spot comes in. There's a sidelight to get through. Almost Poe going off the ground, but he wasn't low enough for that to get the grounded option. The jump side air, but Ben was too high. Again, down airing off of his head. He's been able to use that down air really well to kind of stop any like forward momentum that Vim is using in his oppressive moments. There's the neutral air again. He's looking for these juggles. No recovery.
Side takes the wrong way. Doesn't get too punished for it. Hits him with the weapon throw. Another side
Another
air.
toss. Yeah, here it comes. Anytime I see Vem far away from Lorez, I'm expecting a spear weapon toss to come in. Almost every single time. If he's not in range of a move, he's going to be in range of a weapon toss.
Recovery hits.
Dude, we're even.
Just like that, even. It's remarkable to me because Vem was putting on the pressure so intensely for the entirety of the game, but Lorez just had complete control that time. Keeping over on the spear. Nair going to stop him from getting anything else, but Nair recovery from Lorez. Sidelight not going to cut through the orb recovery. One falling sider into a delayed sidelight. There's that sidelight. Doesn't get. I thought he was going to go for the downlight, but he went for a dodge down read instead of a spot dodge read.
Yeah, he's been going for so many downlight follow-ups, like off his weapon tosses or off the neutral light or anything like that. We saw him hit the D-light off of the neutral light earlier in the game. Oh, the juggle coming through. Still not committing to the recovery there. It seems like he only really wants to use that when it's time to KO. There's a turnaround D-light after the side light. Gets the side sig. That is going to be the game. He really pulled that one back.
Wow. And that was, it felt so much in favor of Vemtenkilo the entire time until it wasn't, and it never went back into his favor. I mean, we're seeing here from the start, 3 stocks to 2, Laura's in orange. Right, Vem's still on that first stock in red before that happened. Look at the lead that Vem's got right now, but Laura's got all of that damage out on that 1 stock alone. Now they're evened up red to red, falling sider. I think this was the combo where he got like sidelight recovery. No, just gets the side stick on the end. Because before that, I think he did like a sidelight, dash jump, pivot recovery, nair, or whatever, and it was so much damage on the juggle that he's now forced Vem over onto the Rayman here for game number 3.
Is this the new skin? He's using the guitar.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
yes it is.
It.
You see that blue flame coming out from the GCT sig, and that is going to be it for Lorez's first stock.
He just happened to choose the most small Fortress of Lions. Like, I'm like making a note to.
These are home team colors. It's not home team colors, but here on Fortress, these are the colors of the home team.
I'm making a note to left stick down right now. I was like, okay, add this to the. But anyways, like, yeah, man, that is a tough color to see on the stage. D-light recovery. It's like his hair's turned into tar.
Yeah.
Flaming tar. D-light side air sends him flying. Weapon throw will get him as well. Okay. Skates on the guitar just to go right back down. Lorez evens it up 2-2.
He's going to go back over to that spear. He's been so good at, like, anytime Vim is below him and the juggle opportunities are coming, being able to shut that down with a down air. Lorez has done that so many different times today.
Ooh. Dashes forward, gets the downlight, side light. Okay, we've given up a bit by going over to the gauntlets here. Ooh, goes over to the down air, and the down air gets them several pokos in a row. I'm switching back over to the axe, and Lorez is getting so much damage. Finally stops it.
Good punish there on the in-light after the whiff side light, or side air, excuse me, on the ground. There's the D-light into the side air. It was kind of towards the middle of the stage, but he still doesn't really want to go for these recoveries. He seems to be like a side air guy off his D-light.
Tries to get another spike with a down sig. Not going to find it as yet. Sider since Laura's flying.
Great weapon toss.
Man, it's been the most interesting 3-0 in the making that I've ever watched, where it's like Vem is just in control, and then Lorez wins. Right? That's what it's felt like it's been. And I'm fearing that the same outcome is going to happen right now at this rate. Let's see if Vemtenkilo can finally close a game here against Lorez.
Oh, there goes the nair recovery that we've been looking for. There's the side sig.
It's so even.
This is so scary, dude. Don't let it happen again.
I'm looking at this and I'm going, I think Lorez has got this in the bag. What is Vemtenkilo going to do to prove me wrong? Gauntlets picked up. Side air and recovery is a good start.
The in-light as well. Trying to catch him jumping high with the side air. Oh, the down air. He did get the wall touch. The D-light into the side air. Too much damage is coming out from Lorez. Vem needs.
Pogo again.
That's the scary Pogo too. There's
Spikes
the recovery.
him off the stage.
He gets through. There's the D-Sig over the corner.
Avoids the gloves. Goes for his side light, D light. Okay. Doesn't
Dude,
get through. Ground pound.
Be
Pogo?
careful, man. I'm scared.
Is that it? Oh, he avoids the second.
No
Pogo.
recovery.
But he dodges the down sig. Goes for a gravity cancel down sig. Lores gets another recovery. The last recovery could do it. That doesn't knock out though. Vem uses his own recovery. Lores switches over to a fresh spear so he can't get disarmed and throws it away.
Oh, Vem does the exact same thing, but he's able to grab the gauntlet spawn too. There's the D-Light and the gravity cancel neutral heavy, and that is enough. That entire time, Loras built up so much damage on that final stock that all it took was that D-Light into the gravity cancel neutral heavy to get the KO off the top and give us a very strange 3-0.
I told you, I was looking at it, I was like, this is the biggest lead Vem's got, so why do I feel like this is just slipping away from him? And there's these moments where I feel like Loras just flips the switch. He can no longer lose neutral anymore. He had Vem Tequila off the right side of the stage for like half that last stock, poked him like 17 times. There was a moment where I thought that he threw it all away, but Vem was just not even willing to go out there to punish. The most he did was throw out the down sig, and all 3 gloves were easily avoided